So in yesterday's session, we talked about security in cloud, right? We said
Yes.
security of cloud is the responsibility of AWS and security in cloud is the responsibility of customer. Okay, that's what we told. Along with that, we
Yes.
also talked like AWS follows the particular get any particular task done, right? That's what we discussed. But
Yes.
if I want to know what and all certifications AWS have, so for that, what we can do, AWS certifications. Okay, if we just go here and go, then I should, okay, not it, this one, not it, this is AWS certification, not AWS ISO certifications. Okay, this is what I want to know. Here, if I go, okay, here if I see, okay, so AWS has compliance certifications, okay, for ISO. So here we can say 27,001, 27,017, 18, 2019, 27,701, 2019. Okay, these are all are the certifications which AWS has achieved. Okay, and all these are the compliance certifications. So if you just go here, you want to see any of the certifications, you can see when this got issued, when they got it reissued, and it is going to expire till this particular time. Before that, they will have the audit and they will be validating to their auditors like they are following the particular SOPs. Okay, there is no breach into that. If any breach is being found, they will remediate it. Okay, so this is
Yep.
how they will be getting these certificates renewed via the ISO. ISO is a
International
International
Organization.
Organization for
Okay.
Standardization. It means particular standard is being followed to perform anything within their organization. Okay, this is how we can. That's on the basis of this we can say there are being security constants are being followed here. Okay, there is no like there are no chances of security breach or data breach like that. Okay, that's why we rely on the cloud service providers in today's era. Got it?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Now coming to the next one, we also talked about the key pairs. Okay, key pairs. So key pairs, we said key pairs are more secure in comparison to
Then
the
a password.
passwords.
Yes.
Why?
Because we
Why do you
can
think
download the
key pairs
Keypair.
are
Yes.
okay? Okay. What else?
We can download the Keypair and then we can attach the file on our uh, wherever we are trying to connect, just like CLI or Bash. We studied yesterday one of them, and which was, let me see, I make about Git Bash.
Okay. So see one thing here. Okay, this is a user who is passing this information to other user. Okay, and here one other person, maybe we can say hacker. Okay, this particular hacker is being sitting. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So if X information is being passed from here to there, and this guy is sitting here, will he be able to read out the information, the X information?
If
Yes
we
or
have
no?
the Keypairs, then no, because we downloaded the Keypair and we can
The
use
X
directly
information
with
to
the Bash.
me. Are you able
What's
to hear
that?
me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. So if X information is being passed from this particular laptop to this particular laptop, and if a hacker is sitting in between of this, he will be able to read out the information, X information?
No, no,
No. Why?
because we have the private key.
No, no, I'm not talking about the key. I'm talking about this in simple plain text format. Okay, I'm not talking
Yeah,
about key at this moment
he,
of.
he,
Okay,
he might get it. Yes.
okay, right. He might get it. He will be able to read out the entire information. It is like we are using the net banking and we are putting our password into plain text format and it is traveling. So hacker will be able to read out the password details here and he and us and our passwords will get compromised. Now, but other option we have is if here, okay, passing the information like this, what we do, we encrypt the data. Okay, we encrypt the data, we encrypt this X. Okay, similarly here as well. If encryption is being there and the data which has reached out here, it is also X. Okay, which data is it? The data is also X. Then
X.
what will happen?
Uh, with
Will this
password.
guy will be able to read out the information?
If we have the same information in both laptops, is that what you're saying?
See, you're passing this information, X information, you're okay, but it is into the encrypted form. It is being
No, then
encrypted
then
by E. And here, when it reached, it is being decrypted by the E. Okay, this guy is sitting in between. Will he be able to read out the information?
no.
No. But if he got this key E, then will he be able to read
Then he
out the
can
information?
yeah, he can get that.
Okay. So basically, this is being known as symmetric encryption. Okay. So symmetric encryption is the encryption where we use the same key to encrypt the data and to decrypt the data.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's consider this way. If you are encrypting it using E and you decrypt the data, not with the E, you decrypt the data with the D instead of E. Okay. Now tell me what will happen. Will if he will have one particular key pair, okay, if he will be having E now, will he be able to read out the information?
No, because we're gonna decrypt the data with D.
Right, because that's a different key pair. So this type of encryption is being known as asymmetric encryption. Okay, where we use a different key to encrypt the data and one key to encrypt the data and different key to decrypt the data. This type of encryption is known as asymmetric encryption, and this is being considered as more secure in comparison to the symmetric encryption. Okay, in AWS, how it happen whenever we connect with our AWS EC2 instances, their asymmetric encryption is being used. The key pair which we used to get download, that key pair is being different in comparison to the key pair which we have in our EC2 instance. Okay, if I would like to show you, then I can just show you in a while. How will I show you? To show that, I will just go here to EC2 and I will launch one instance again. Okay, here I go. I will say launch instance. Okay, let me give it a name web server again. Okay, and this time instead of Amazon Linux, let's use Ubuntu. Okay, yesterday we used Amazon Linux, right? Today we will be using Ubuntu. Ubuntu 24 is the latest one, 22, 22.04. These are the previous one. So free tier eligible we will be using, and here we go. Okay, t2.micro. Keypair name we'll be using, and Keypair name morning we have. Well, yesterday we got it created, so same Keypair we will be using. And if I go to the network settings, existing security groups I will be using, I will just go here and I will say web server, port number 20. If I want to see the security group rules, I can click on this and I will be able to see port 80.
What is that by? What is that web server we selected?
This is a security group rule. Security group, yesterday we got created this security group, right? While we were creating
Yes.
EC2 instance. So this is the same security group. So here, if I want to see what and all rules are being allowed, I can HTTP at port number 80 is being allowed. SSH at port number 22 is being allowed. So here I will select this. I will go here and 8 GB of volume is being allowed with 3000 IOPS. I am good here. And here again, I want to mention some of the startup scripts I can mention here. Okay, but let's leave it. I'm not mentioning here today. Okay, we will execute it by using the console. So what I will do, I will just go here and I will click on launch instance. Okay, now instance has been
Yes.
launched. Now, if I just have a look here, I can see one instance is being running with t2.micro and we don't have anything. I am good. What I will do, I will just go here. I will click on this public IP. This is the public IP through which I will connect. And to connect, here I go. I will say, I will open this particular folder where we have this. And here we have this morning.pem, right? So to connect, yesterday I told you how can we connect. I will right click on this. I will say show more options and I will say git bash here. Okay. So now to connect, we already have a way, which I told you yesterday. I can just click on connect. Here it is SSH client. I will copy this and I will paste. Okay. So now if I press enter, then I should be able to connect with this particular EC2 instance. I will say yes, and I am in the EC2 instance. Okay. Now if see, now let me show you something. So this is the Ubuntu user, which is by default. Okay, in the Ubuntu machines, in Amazon Linux or Red Hat, we will be able to find it is EC2-user. Okay, and at the rate, this is the IP address of your machine, and here we can see this tilt. Okay, this tilt shows you are into the home directory of your EC2 instance, and this particular dollar, it shows you are not the super user or you are not the root user. Okay, you are the normal user. So if
By
I
where
want
did
to
you get this
switch,
screen? Where did you get this Ubuntu screen? From the bash?
yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
from git bash,
back
I
in?
can just show you again. Okay, let me do
Okay.
exit. Let me close this. Okay, again, I will go to this particular folder. I will right click on this. I will say show
And
more
git
options, and
bash?
here we have git bash
Yes.
here. Okay, once I click on this git bash, now again, you can go to the console at this moment of
And
time.
copy it.
You
Yep.
will copy this and you will just paste it. And once you paste, it shows. I can show explain you the syntax of this particular command.
Uh, I'm not hearing you.
Hello,
Yes, I can hear you now.
is something wrong with your internet?
I don't think so. My internet is just like we had yesterday.
Okay, same here because I have set up a ping as well and it is responding well. I don't think there's some problem. Fine then. I hope you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. So basically, what is this command? Okay, let's try to understand the syntax of this. So basically, here we are trying to do SSH. Okay, hyphen I. Okay, I. What we want to pass here? We want to pass the key pair using the hyphen I switch. Okay, and then here this is a username. We want to connect with this particular machine with this particular username, and this is the public DNS name. If instead of this, I want to pass the IP address, that also I can do. Okay, I will remove this. Let me do one thing. I will remove this, and instead of passing the DNS name, I can also pass the IP address of it. How can I pass? Let me go here, and this is a public IP, right? I will copy this public IP, I will paste it here, and I will press enter. So once I press enter, see, it is taking me to this particular EC2 instance. See, I got connected again
Okay.
with the same machine. Now,
Yes.
just to understand this, we have this particular user Ubuntu, and we are connected with this particular machine. Okay. Where are we? We are at the home directory. It is showing the tilde symbol. We are at the home directory, and it is showing us dollar. Dollar means it is not the super user, it is a normal user. If I just do pwd, it will show me we are here. Home, inside the home, we are at the Ubuntu directory. Okay, this is the home directory of Ubuntu. And
Yes.
if I want to switch from Ubuntu, I want to log in as a root. How can I log in?
I don't know. Your screen is frozen
Hello?
again, and I can't. Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Sudo su, and then I will say hyphen. Okay, sudo su hyphen. So sudo with sudo permission, but I want to use su means switch user, and if I say hyphen, that is being fine, and I will press enter. So once I press enter, see, there has been change. So from Ubuntu, it has been changed to root. Now I am having the root privilege. I'm the super user. The IP, the machine remains same, and here see, it shows tilt symbol. It means I'm at the home directory, and it shows a hash. Hash means super user. Okay, I can install anything. I can perform any administrator task here into this particular machine.
What's the difference between super user and regular user?
Regular user is having least privileges. Okay, it doesn't have full privileges to perform anything. Root is having all the accesses onto this particular machine. It can perform anything into this particular machine.
And who control this access? Like we just give ourselves this access, or someone is gonna decide we're gonna have
See,
the super user
if
access or no?
if you are working as a cloud ops administrator, okay, or DevOps administrator, then you are the one who are getting these machines provision. You will have the root accesses, okay. But
Okay.
if you are working as some of the domain teams, like Unix team or Linux teams, like this, then in those scenarios, you need to grant them privileges. Maybe one particular user you will get created for them, and you will ask them to access any of their commands or anything from that particular user. It depends
Okay.
organization to organization how they want to manage.
I got it.
So here we are. Okay. Now now we were talking about the key pairs. Okay, let me show you about the key pair. So I told we are using the asymmetric encryption. So how can I validate? Okay, so here we are as a root. So let me do one thing. Okay, we connected with this at default Ubuntu user. So again, let me switch to Ubuntu. How can I switch? I can say su switch Ubuntu. So now I have again switched to Ubuntu. What I can do, I will say cd change directory, and I will use the tilde symbol because I am at the root directly at this moment of time. I want to switch to the home directory of Ubuntu. I will clear the screen. Okay, see anything. Now let me do one thing. If I want to see the data here into this particular directory, what command I need to use? I need to use ls. Okay, if I will put ls, it will show you. It will show me what and all files and folders are available into this particular directory. Okay, so what I will do, I will say ls-a. So if I say ls-a, it will show me the hidden directory and files as well. Okay, so these are the hidden files. No one will be able to see that. So now what I do, this is a folder, this in blue, it shows as a folders or directory, and these are the files here. Now let me do one thing. I will say cd.ssh. Okay, now I am inside this SSH directory, .ssh directory. Now again, if I say ls, here it is showing me keys. Okay. Now, if I say cat is a command to see the content into any particular file in Linux. So I will say cat authorized key and I will press enter. So see, here it is showing me it is SSH RSA and this is the key pair. Okay, what is this? This is the key pair. And see, morning. Do you remember this morning?
Yes, we made the Keypair.
Key pair, right? Okay. This key pair is a public key pair which you have. Okay. And where is a private key pair? You have this morning. Let's open this. Okay, see this. This is the morning key pair. Okay. So here there is a difference between the key pair. This key pair is a private key pair. This is a different key pair. And in EC2 instance, when you got logged in, here you find this is a different key pair. Okay. This is your asymmetric encryption.
Got it.
Okay. This is your asymmetric encryption. Here, if I lose, for example, I get this deleted, this key pair, I get this deleted from this particular file, I will not be able to connect with this EC2 instance. Okay. If another way is here, if I just get this morning.pem deleted, still I will not be able to connect with this particular EC2 instance. So both of them should be there at their places. Without them, we will not be able to connect.
I got it.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay,
But
fine.
I want some
Now,
better commands on all these commands we gave it in Linux. Should your video on YouTube you shared yesterday on Linux is gonna cover
videos,
those?
right? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you will get it yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Fine then. Let's proceed ahead, okay? So now I want to make it a visit web server. In yesterday's session, what we did, we executed few of the commands using
Bash.
user data. Using user data, right? In user data, we mentioned few of the commands, if you remember.
Yes.
Okay, like in user data, what happened when we provision any of the EC2 instance? So it acts as a startup scripts. Okay, so for the startup scripts, what we do, we mention the commands here. But now I don't want to mention. I haven't mentioned actually in user data. So what I want to manually execute particular commands. Okay, so how will I do that? So let me do one thing. Okay, let me switch as a root instead of Ubuntu. I want to have all the privileges here. So I will say sudo su hyphen, I will press enter, and now I am as a root here. So few commands I executed yesterday. Okay, I executed yum install httpd. Right, this is the command I executed. But
Yes.
now today I am not using Amazon Linux. Today I am using
Yeah, we are
Ubuntu.
using
So in
Linux.
Ubuntu we have in Amazon Linux and Red Hat we have the same commands, but in Ubuntu we have the different commands. So here, what we need to do, here we need to execute apt-get install. Okay, instead of HTTPD, here we have the packages Apache 2. So here I will say apt-get install Apache 2. Here, see, it is showing me 8094 KB of additional disk space will be used. Okay, it is asking me to say yes or no. If I would have mentioned same here, na, yum install HTTPD here, it may not have been executed. So I will just show. So instead of this, if I will say -y, okay, see, it will directly get it installed. It will not take my information. That's why in yesterday's user data, I mentioned -y. Okay, but
Yes.
we should have those commands, right? Yeah, these are the ones which we got executed yesterday. Let me show you. Let me paste you here. Okay, these are the ones. If I could have not used this -y, na, here or maybe here, okay, into the backend, it may have got stuck. Okay, it may not have been
Yes.
proceeded. We used to we are required to use
I
hyphen.
think I
Okay.
did the same mistake
So now
yesterday. That's
Apache,
why. Yes,
you should have used. I pasted in the chat section as well for you.
I got it.
Now, what we need to do, we need to start the services. Okay. To start the services, we know systemctl start. Okay. And that is Apache 2. And I will press enter. The services are being started. And if I just go here, I will copy this. I will paste it here. I should be able to see some output. So see, default web page of output we are able to see, right?
Yes.
It also says something. You should file located at var www.html and index.html. Okay, if I will be replacing this file, then the content will appear different here. Okay, what I can do, I can just copy from here. I will just go, I will say, I want to either replace this particular file or I want to update some content here. Okay, what I want to update some content here. So to update some content, there is a command that is echo. Okay, before, let me show you echo, how echo command works. Okay, echo, I want to say hello. What's happening? There's some lag.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh yeah, some lag is coming. Let me finish this topic,
Yeah.
then we'll wrap. Okay, hello. I will say this is a AWS EC2 class. Okay, if I say this, see what will happen. It will show me the output here. It is like when we go to the mountains, right? And in mountains, when we shout someone's name, what happened?
Echo. Echo is coming from all the sides.
Echo came up again, right? We hear his name back.
Yes.
So it is like this. Here, when we put something in echo command, whatever we are putting on the screen, it will print you back. Okay. So what I want this echo. Okay. Instead of hearing me, I don't want to hear me back. But I want this particular path, which I have copied from here. I want this particular path to listen. I don't want to hear this. I want this particular path or this particular file. Like this output should not come back to my screen. It should go to this particular file. That's what I want. Okay. And I will press enter. So once I press enter, here if I go, here if I will refresh, see I'm getting the same output.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Now, what will happen if I will stop this particular EC2 instance? This particular output will not come up. Why? Why the output will not come up?
If we do what? One more
No,
time.
see, let me show you.
You.
Let me show
Mhm.
you. See, I will stop this. Okay, let me show.
Your screen is freeze again. I can't hear you.
I'm not speaking. I'm waiting for this. Okay. So basically, instance is gonna be stopped. Maybe. Let me see. Yeah, it got stopped. Okay. I'm not able to see the output. Obviously, output will not be there because EC2 instance is stopped. Let me start it back. Okay, and then see if we are getting the output. Okay, still the output should not be there. Instance is into the running condition. It has come back as running. Till the time, let me go and connect this back. So here, if I go, yeah, this is the IP, right? Okay, sorry, IP may have got changed. So whenever we are stopping and starting the instance, its IP address will get changed. So here I go and I will paste it back. I'll just enter. Okay, save. If I say yes, okay, here I go. Let me again choose root, okay, so that I don't have to use sudo. And here, if I just go, I refresh this, okay, I'm okay. And still, if I, sorry, IP has been changed, I will just go, I will update the new IP, okay. I will press enter. Let's see if we are getting any output. Okay, see, we are again getting the output. That's a good thing, yeah. But this output should not be there, to be honest. When we did stop and start, I will tell you why, okay. Here, if we go and see systemctl status, Apache 2, okay, we can see the service is being running, but there is something, okay, but there is something, one step which we used to do, and that is systemctl enable HTTPD, okay. Oh, sorry, not HTTPD, Apache 2, okay. So this particular step we need to follow so that if we are stopping and starting the EC2 instances, our services should be up. Okay, maybe into the updated Ubuntu, this step may not be required. Okay, but this is the required step in other operating systems. Okay, so what we have to do, systemctl start HTTP, start Apache 2 and enable also we have to do. If we it, then if our EC2 instance is getting rebooted or we are doing the stop start, we will not be required to start the services. The services will get automatically started. This is the required step. Yeah.
Yes, I think I need more practice on commands. I will do it on Monday.
Yeah. Please do more practices. Okay. And for
It's
today,
it's
I will
Linux
keep it.
commands, right?
Yeah. These are the Linux commands. Okay. Or
Okay.
if you want, yeah.
One more
Linux
question, by.
commands. Yeah.
Uh, can we open and edit all the information we put in the instances, just like what we were making? So instead of launching a new instance, can we open an instance and then put our commands in the user data? You know what I'm saying?
We did. We connected with the existing instance, right? And then we made the configuration changes. We didn't
No,
open a new
we use.
instance here.
Okay.
Okay, it's not a new instance. So I believe now we don't need this particular instance. As we are using fleet as AWS account, we can get these terminated. Okay, if we want to
No, I'm
stop the
just
billing.
saying. I'm just saying. You remember we put the commands yesterday in the user data in the last when we were making instances, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
But
So
today
see,
we didn't
what
put
happened
the
is,
we didn't put the commands in user data. We put directly in Ubuntu, right? I'm just saying, can we
right,
can we edit the instances and put the data now in the user data, or it's when it's done, it's done?
it's
You
when
know?
it's done, it's done. We can't
Okay.
put the commands in user data once instance is being provisioned.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay. That was my
while we
question.
are provisioning initially, at that moment of time only, we can put the commands here.
Okay,
Commands,
I got it.
script, whatever we want to do. Okay, so here let me terminate this. So the okay instance is gonna be terminated, and I believe that's it for today. See you tomorrow.
All right. See you on next